he's saying is that you have people that say, well, Catherine's a common name. And it is.
Mm-hmm.
But that's your mother's name.
Yeah.
I can't make up a fake name if that's her name. Right or wrong?
Right.
So, crossed over?
No.
Oh, still present. Okay, I'm just trying to ask. I don't always know. People say, how come you don't know? Because I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they're calling me or telling me about it. I don't always know. You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is interesting for me. You know, people have timepieces, they have clocks on the wall, they have jewelry, they have watches, they have wristwatches. But then there are people who are jewelers, and there are people who work in the jewelry business, they're in the trade. And then there are people who are like aficionados of wristwatches. They collect them, they repair them, they fix them, antique clocks, old-fashioned timepieces, like that. Who does that?
My dad.
I want to be clear. I'm a pain in the ass. I admit it openly. I'm annoying. I admit it. But I like to be accurate. I'm not asking if your father has a grandfather's clock or did he buy some clock at an auction that's from the 1700s and it's on your mantle. I'm not asking that question. If your father has a hobby, a profession, a semi-profession, that he worked with clocks, the mechanics of clocks, the timepieces, the switch watch work, little screwdrivers, that magnifying deal, all of that, which I only know from television on my local jewelry, look at the weather the night fix of the watch. Barring past that, I wouldn't know, one watch from another watch. They stick it on as long as it has Mickey Mouse, I'm good, right? Well, that's me. I don't need Rolexes. The time to up there works just fine, right? So all I'm telling you is that there's a reference to this man, right or wrong?
Yes.
Either he is also crossed.
Yeah. Well, now you went into my grandfather, his father.
Okay. So your dad's still with us?
Yes.
So mom and dad are together?
Yes.
Okay, good. So one of the souls is acknowledging to me what your father does, right? Does your dad do that as a hobby? Is he a clock enthusiast?
Well, it was my dad's father who was the
That is that.
enthusiast, and he passed.
All right, stay with me.
Sorry.
You know offhand, if your dad, your biological father, has any of the clocks, the watches, the tools, the supplies of his father?
Yes.
Okay. In my dad's case, my dad was a cop. The only thing we have left, we don't have bullets, we don't have guns, we don't have that. We have his shield and a ring that he has a police shield on, which I wear. That's it. There's nothing else that you can have. You know, his old uniform maybe is upstairs in my mother's house. I don't think so. But it could be. But I doubt it. But it's not like you have a collection of pharmaceuticals or art pieces or, skill saws and a construction job and you have 500 things, like this. So if you're telling me in your mother's home, your father's home, in his basement workshop, in his back den, in the storage unit in the back, your father, your dad, has his dad's stuff.
Yes.
Right? Who was Seymour, Simon, Sylvia, Stephen? It's got that S-I-S-T sound. And it's through Barbara, or Bonnie.
Barbara's my mother.
Okay. It's through there. Like that. You know if there's a Stephen, or Stephen, or Stella, or Stacy, or something through Barbara? Don't make yourself nuts. If it's there, it's there. If it's not, I could be misunderstanding something. And Harold comes in where? Or Herman, Herbert, Harvey, Hershey, it's got that H. Horace.
Herbert.
Who's Herbert?
My friend's father.
Closer. It's got to be within the family. It doesn't have to be, but it feels like it is. You sure there's no Harriet, Henrietta, nothing in the H? I'm just going to disagree a little bit. Heather, it's got that H sound. Okay, just remember I said it. You're recording it too, which is good. I could misunderstand something. I could.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Listen to me. My wife and I have 4 children. When you're a child rearing age, right? You're a young woman coming up between, let's say, your early teens into perhaps today's mid-40s. It's a pretty good span. You maybe have a baby in that period of time. So it's not unusual in any nice family. You may choose to have children, maybe choose not to, I don't know. And often when children come in, older people are crossing over, people are dying. It's a circle of life, right? Babies come in, people die. Babies come in, people die. Normal stuff, right? But then there's that unique intersection where someone's having a baby and someone dies. That's it.
Yes. Yes.
So what happens is the woman is like this, about to have a child. Yep.
Uh-huh.
Everyone's praying, holding on against hope that the person will make it to see the baby born, that someone will be around long enough to watch the baby born, or the baby comes into the world, and within a couple of a short distance of a month, 2 weeks, couple weeks, someone crosses over. Why do you say that?
My mother had a stillborn.
At time of birth,
Uh-huh.
which would be your sibling.
Yes.
That's Miss Catherine,
Yes.
right? And Margaret comes in where? Or Margie, Margot.
Margie's my nana.
That's right. Is that your mom's mom?
That's my dad's
Dad's
mom.
mom? Okay. So she comes in acknowledging your father, who's that would be her husband, who's the jeweler, or second wife or whatever.
He made clocks and
Yeah, that guy.
yeah.
So that would be his wife.
Yeah.
So what I have is I have clock man coming in with Margie,
Yeah.
or Margot, or Marge. What's her name?
Margie.
That's it. They're coming in together. Remember, I don't know you guys.
Huh.
People keep forgetting that because it feels like I'm in the family, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's what I keep trying to tell people.
Yeah.
When this happens for real, because it happens through me. I don't make this happen. There's no gimmicks here. I have no time for that crap. I just don't have any patience for it either. So I'm just telling you, there's a Margie, Margot. I'm not asking if there's an M.
Yeah.
Everybody's got an M. He's an M. Right or wrong? Right? Now
Right.
listen to me, kid. This is very tricky. Okay? I'm not trying to upset anyone. Okay? I'll just do it. Sometimes in men, biology can happen where there's an illness, something takes over, a cancer or something, and it doesn't allow the male and the female to procreate. They can't have an intimate moment because the male is incapable of that behavior. Trying to be, this is tricky stuff. Okay, am I clear about that? I'm not talking about, it has like almost an impotent issue connected to me here. Now, stay with me. Stay with me.
Okay.
All right, stay with me.
Okay.
For some people, it occurs as a result of prostate cancer. It can occur as a result of an injury. It can occur because of some psychological component. There could be a physiological property to it. I don't know. I'm just making suggestions here. I think I'm kind of probably touching on something.
Yeah.
There's something that defines it. They're making me feel that a person has that or had that. And they had some kind of a surgical intervention done into their stomach. And they had some kind of a pump or some kind of an artificial device to help them. Yes or no?
My cousin Kim, she's had different types of stomach pacemakers. She's had other
That's
female issues, and they've been trying to adopt for quite some time.
Okay. I know there's a reference to some kind of medicine or machinery or mechanics being put to assist the reproductive process, no?
If there is, I don't know about it.
Fair enough? And I'm not just talking about challenging and having a child. Would you know if her spouse had anything done?
If he did, I don't know.
That's a fair answer. I'll take that all day. If you're not sure, you're not sure.
He's my cousin's husband.
But
If
if
it's
you're
personal,
telling
I
me
don't know.
that you have a particular person who has the inability to conceive, has some issues, and you said pacemakers put in, which we're thinking of as a heart pacemaker. This is down here pacemaker.
Yes.
That's what I want. Now, with all respect, I say there's some kind of mechanical apparatus that would make, what is the pacemaker then?
The mechanical apparatus.
And you said no, though.
No, the pacemaker would be the mechanical
Oh, that's what I'm
apparatus.
saying.
Yeah,
Oh, I
yeah,
maybe I
yeah.
misunderstood you.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you had the insertion of some kind of pacemaking system, some timing apparatus, something to release her body when it does or whatever this does, I know for sure, connected to your family on a personal level, someone had something surgically implanted in their reproduction process to help them try to assist in having a child.
I don't know if it was due to her. She's got a couple of medical issues. One being digestive. So, and I
Okay.
know there was some type of digestive pacemaker put in there.
Fair
But
enough.
on top of that, she's
I
having.
never heard of that before, but I believe
Yeah.
it. I certainly believe you. I never heard of it before, but I'm always thinking heart. When you think of pacemaker, who thinks about the stomach?
Yeah.
I don't think of the stomach, right or wrong. And you're telling me they're trying to have children?
They did for a while. They've been
I can't have kids.
in the adoption process
They
for a
cannot
while
have
now.
kids.
No, it's not gonna happen for them.
They cannot have kids. Before you said it, I'm telling you they cannot. They just want like this. They're just like this. So I hope, God willing, that they're great people and they bring in a beautiful baby that needs a good family. I'm sure that will happen for them, but I know for sure they can't have children. That I can tell you for sure. Got it? Now, people like art. I think it's not unusual that people like art. Sometimes you visit a gallery, you go here, you go there. And there are people who like to draw themselves, they're creative, they have their own craft, right? In your home, your apartment, wherever you guys live, who's got the artwork on the walls from other people in the family that they've made it and they have it up in your house?
Frankie, the artwork that he put in. Our boy just got
Did he just do artwork? Did he do a trophy? Did he win a prize?
he got an art easel for Christmas. It's all of our walls.
That's all I want. I'm not asking if a children comes to school or is a middle school or grade school and you're encouraging art development and he loves doing it, but if you bought him an art easel for the Christmas holidays and he's doing artwork like it's going out of style,
Yeah.
and you've been great parents and papering the whole place with this stuff because it's personal, it's fun, right or wrong,
Yeah.
I'll tell you a story in a minute, that's what I want to hear. Now, you might say, why would I mention that? Why would I mention the person about the stomach? Why would I mention everything I've given you guys about this, about the surgery? Because they are giving me specifics about what has happened and where they go. Now, your mother's here still, right? Dad too. That's one of them is calling to me here. And where does the other Michael come in?
There's a Michael, he's a cousin of my older cousin in his 80s.
No, there's a Matthew or
I have a Matthew and a Michael, and it's
that's-
my dad's brother and
That's
their
it.
other grandson, Matthew.
I mean, you guys are husband and wife, so
Yeah.
Mike, as far as I'm concerned, you're one unit. You represent the clan, both sides of the clan, correct? Oh boy, listen to this. I'm also being told that someone was getting ready for a wedding or a party, like a big event, and they were brushing their hair or something, and they dropped dead. Was someone at your wedding and died? Or did you go to a wedding where someone dropped dead at the wedding itself? We're getting ready to go to the wedding?
Keep going.
I'm trying to. I only can interpret what they give me.
I don't want to give you.
No, you're doing good. Either someone was supposed to go to your wedding, someone was supposed to be in a wedding party, something like this. And they're making me feel like that day, or like the day before, there was a major death.
It's close.
Okay, got it. I have to interpret what you know intimately. I don't know. This is not true in my world. I mean, it's not true in my world. I know stuff that happened. Months later, after someone got married, someone died. Months later. When my brother died, his daughter got married 3 months later. And then 3 months after that, her brother died, my nephew. But it was months, not the same day. This feels like within a day or two. That's why I'm pushing it the way I am. Would you know offhand, Michael, if someone close to your world either was supposed to have been married, was in a wedding party, someone was getting dressed up to go to a wedding party, something like this, and they were killed or they died?
You want me to answer?
Yeah, now you can.
Okay. My sister and brother got married very close to each other. My father was very sick throughout that time. He attended my sister's wedding the next day, wound up in the hospital, stayed there for the summer, and his goal was to get to my brother's wedding.
That's it. You just missed it.
He got out of the hospital, thought he was going the next day, he was too sick to come.
That's it. That's it. I don't mean to point at you, but that's it. So the presence of this man is coming through to me to talk about the pictures in the house, the upcoming wedding, there's something about the event. Because I keep getting a guy brushing his hair and then he goes, I can't make it. I can't make it. That kind of a feeling hits me. You understand me?
Yep.
All of that. Now I'm going to share something real fast, then I have to come over here again. When my son came home years ago, he had grabbed a picture of a horse.